This is a story which really started several years ago when Shaman and Flame had just started fighting crime, and when Slick Summers was riding high. Everyone in the city of Knickerbocker knows Don Wicked and Candy Wilson, but for the benefit of strangers, Don manages radio station WWGL, which has become famous for broadcasting the Knickerbocker Chronicle-Dispatch, the first radio station to do facsimile broadcasting of a newspaper, and Candy is Don's secretary. But no one knows they are also Shaman and Flame, the dynamic duet who cause the denizens of the underworld to cower in fear. These two courageous crime crushers have delivered many a criminal into the hands of the law, but even they are baffled when they run into the School for Skullduggery.
This is the guy, Slick, but just got into diamonds.
Okay, Grandpa, stick up your hands and we'll take care of your diamonds. Mind if we watch you while you work, Slick? Jeepers, it's Shaman and Flame. May I have a little of your time? About 20 years of it.
Sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt me.
This ain't no way for a lady to act. Ow!
Didn't your mother ever tell you it's impolite to strike a lady first?
So why don't you give me a chance to be impolite? Oh!
And a few minutes later...
Hey, thanks, Shaman and Flame. This ought to keep Slick Summers and his boys out of trouble for a long time.
Wait, this may seem like the end of the story, but it isn't. A few years pass, bringing us to the present time, and...
Slick Summers, your record has been good in prison, so we're giving you a parole. We hope you've learned your lesson.
You bet I've learned the lesson. That you've got to have a smart racket. This time Shaman and Flame won't stand a chance.
That's the way to talk, Slick. What are we gonna do?
We're going to open a school, and you guys are going to be the teachers.
But gee, boss, I can't even write.
Once more, time passes, and we meet Homer Hummer, who wants to get ahead in the world.
Learn the tricks of the big criminals. Only by knowing how they work can you learn to catch criminals. Learn the easy way. Enroll in Slick Summers Correspondence School now.
So Homer Hummer enrolled, and a week later...
Oh goodness, there's so much to learn. Only through diligence will I realize my dream.
In due time, Homer's diligence is rewarded.
Dear Homer, you have passed your exam with 99.98 and are ready for the advanced course. Please meet Strangler Jones at midnight at the Cerruti National Bank. Bring your equipment, signed Slick Summers, President. Oh dear, I'm so excited. I never thought I'd advance course so soon. I hope I don't forget anything. Oh, I do want Mr. Strangler Jones to be pleased.
So at midnight, Homer Hummer meets his teacher.
The guy that owns this joint lends it to us so the students can practice. You cracks the joint while I stay outside so that no crooks can sneak up on you.
An excellent precaution, Mr. Strangler. I shall do my best.
Meanwhile, in the studios of WWGL.
Well, another day's finished, Don.
Not quite, Candy. There's been a big increase in the robberies in Knickerbocker, and I think Shaman and Flame should look into it. So get into your costume and we'll go cruising. A few minutes later, the slick jet car, trademark of Shaman and Flame, glides through the streets. And a few minutes later... Wait a minute! That's Strangler Jones, part of the Slick Summers mob. But I don't recognize the little guy.
I finished this lesson, Mr. Strangler.
Okay, now you gotta do one more lesson and the president will watch you. If you gets the swag, if you passes, you gets your diploma.
Why don't we grab them, Shaman, instead of following them?
I've got a hunch they'll lead us to Slick, and I'm curious about that little guy. He doesn't look like a criminal. Meanwhile, what a racket! The suckers pay us and then rob the bank for us. If the cops come, they take the rap.
Strangler ought to be here with the other sucker pretty soon.
This is the president of the joint. That is the school, Homer.
Oh my goodness, it's wonderful of you to take interest in your students, Mr. Summers. I hope I make good.
Homer's made good already, boss. He did the Cerruti bank job.
Fine. You pitch in and help the other students, Homer, and then you'll get your diploma. We're almost through here. Not almost, Slick. You are through. Shaman and Flame, don't you two ever stay home.
Oh, you mustn't, Mr. Shaman. That's my teacher.
That's all right. I'm his teacher, but don't worry. I'll give him good marks.
Oh, I feel terrible about this.
But imagine how Strangler feels.
This is one time I knock off a Union Suit character.
This calls for fast action.
And here are a few checks to close out your accounts.
Yay! But suddenly...
I've been looking forward to this a long time. Okay, boys, toss them in the vault and lock the door. Then we'll get out of here.
I'm beginning to suspect that this school is not legitimate. I and my fellow students will not permit you to treat Shaman and Flame this way, Mr. Summers.
Keep quiet, sucker. We don't need you guys anymore, but we'll leave you here so the cops will get you for this job and for killing Shaman and Flame.
Minutes later...
What happened? I fear we have become the victims of unscrupulous persons. But perhaps we can use our new knowledge to free Shaman and Flame. Come, fellows!
Still later...
I'm sorry, Mr. Shaman and Miss Flame, but we didn't realize that we were dealing with such men before. As soon as we knew, we arranged to let you out.
Thanks. Come on, Flame. We've got to catch Slick. We guessed right, thinking they'd head for the nearest route out of town.
I'm saving my Sunday punch for the guy who blackjacked me.
Jeepers, Slick, it's that jet car. Shaman and Flame must be out.
We're out, but you boys are gonna be in.
In pain, if I have anything to say about it.
A few minutes later, the defeated thugs are being turned over to the police.
And much of the credit should go to Homer Hummer here. He aided us.
This is my proudest day.
The following day in radio station WWGL.
I see we have another exciting headline thanks to Shaman and Flame. You know, I'm getting fond of them.
Sure, I don't know what we'd do without them.
But not far away in the state prison...
Slick, would you care to enroll for a course in our prison school?
Don't ever mention schools again. I hate them. I hate them.
But you'll love the thrilling adventures of Shaman and Flame in upcoming episodes of the Public Domain Comic Book Network. Or at least you would if they'd ever appeared again.
Why were you hitting that little fella?
Get out of this, bud, or I'll paste you one.
I'll sure be glad to accommodate you just as soon as I pep myself up with some delicious Cuba Cola with vitamin B1.
Hey, what goes on here? Yippee! Hooray for the Cuba Kid!
Here you are, Junior. A nice new shiny nickel. This is all you need to buy a 12-ounce bottle of Cuba. Big enough for two. And if you save the bottle tops, you can get a lot of valuable prizes.
Gee, thanks, Cuba Kid.
Cuba Cola, available nowhere. Because the editor of Fox Comics, Victor Fox, ran ads for a fake soft drink hoping to create demand and then sell the rights to manufacture it. I'm not even kidding. They even put fake commercials in the Blue Beetle radio show. I mean, that's weird, right? That's weird, isn't it?